going on, guys? This is the lolcow Wrangler, and this is Origins Wings of Redemption Full Story. Jordan McCready Jordan, born April 21st, 1986, better known online as Wings of Redemption or Richard Samuel Jordan, is an American YouTube gamer, streamer, and former Call of Duty commentator. He can be considered a pioneer in gaming commentary and was initially a very popular YouTuber in the Call of Duty scene during the early days of YouTube, even hosting his own podcast with other popular YouTubers. Shorty has nowadays become a notorious trolling target online for his behavior and senseless sentiments on Twitch and YouTube. Early life. Jordy Jordan was born on April 21st, 1986 in Conway, South Carolina. He was born from the result from an alleged incestuous relationship to underage parents. He was instead raised by his grandparents. His father's identity is unknown, as he left from Jordy's family when Jordy was just 2 years old. As a result, Jordy was physically active and his weight was average until a foreign exchange student would attend his school and best him in numerous athletic competitions. Jordy theorized that if he increased his caloric intake, he would gain more energy, grow faster, and become stronger. As a result, he would overeat, but this would only make him overweight. He would suffer a head injury where his skull would be cracked open from being struck by a baseball bat, but he would make a full recovery. It has been theorized that this injury has negatively impacted his cognitive abilities, but this has never been proven. He suffered from bow-leggedness in his childhood and has frequently bullied by his peers in school. This would eventually culminate into the development of bipolar disorder, social anxiety disorder, and, in his adulthood, depression. It should also be noted that Jordy is a high school dropout, having thrice failed the ninth grade. He claims to have his GED, but it is unknown whether this statement is true. Eventually, as a teenager, he and his brother Kenneth would move back to live with his mother via Section 8 housing. Jordy would take up multiple jobs as a teenager, such as working at IGA, Domino's, the movie gallery, etc., until he got a job working at a company called Metglass Incorporated, where he worked as a crane operator. In 2007, a financial crisis hit the United States, during which Metglass laid off many of their employees, including Jordy. Though he was able to qualify for unemployment benefits, his then friend, Z7 Taylor, introduced him to YouTube. He then started to rethink his career, eventually settling on creating a YouTube account under the name Wings of Redemption. The same year, after watching sniper montages in the blockbuster video game franchise Call of Duty, thus would begin his career as a YouTube/streamer. YouTube Twitch career. Jordy uploaded his first video on October 1st, 2009, which was a Call of Duty commentary, a relatively new thing at the time. After being shouted out by a popular Call of Duty commentator, he became very popular, quickly reaching 100,000 subscribers, and was even popular enough to boost other YouTubers to fame. He soon got a contract with multi-channel network company Machinima, further boosting his success. He would also collaborate with other Call of Duty commentators and YouTubers like Woody's Gamertag and FPS Kyle, as known as FPS Russia. Together, the trio launched the Painkiller Already podcast, which Jordy would host on for many years before eventually being kicked off. Afterwards, he migrated to Twitch in 2016 and began streaming in hopes to supplement his income. However, he would eventually move back to YouTube after he violated Twitch Exhibit D and his partnership was terminated. Jordy participated in the Billionaires Challenge tournament in 2011. He made it to the finals but lost to X-Jaws. In mid-2013, Jordy uploaded a video entitled Rock Bottom, where he complained about being dropped by his network earlier in the year, in which he tearfully explained that his girlfriend, Brandy, whom he was dating at the time, had left him, further worsening his depression. This brought him a lot of criticism and mockery. In 2015, Jordy's Twitter, at WORICP, was hacked with speculation that he had sold it for money. The user then changed the name to @Chris_Gula. On July 18, 2022, Jordy had reported that someone was falsely copyright striking his videos. As a result, he would once again private all of his videos. Controversies. Hutch beef. In 2009, Jordy made a video denouncing quickscoping and attacked the well-known Call of Duty YouTuber Hutch, which angered Hutch's fans. To stop the feud, Jordy and Hutch did a dual commentary together on Hutch's channel. After this, Jordy became really popular, with people saying that Hutch, who at the time had large viewership, basically grew Jordy's channel. Jordy denies this to this day. Pro Syndicate match. In 2011, during the guest appearance of the Call of Duty Zombie streamer Pro Syndicate on Painkiller Already, episode 67, Jordy gave off an on-air of cockiness and arrogance in regard to his skills at Call of Duty multiplayer. He claimed Syndicate wasn't good at Call of Duty multiplayer, as Syndicate specialized in the Zombies game mode, and as such, Jordy assumed Pro Syndicate would be inferior to him at the main Call of Duty multiplayer game modes. This led to the two being slated to have Call of Duty Duel, which was to be streamed on Justin.tv. The stream was highly anticipated and viewed by many. Jordy initially had the upper hand, but began to lose his cool and patience, which led to frustration. After reaching a point where he knew he had no chance of winning, Jordy smashed the controller and berated his co-host. They initially believed he was joking, but he later screamed at them, saying, quote, "Why the fuck you stream that shit?" quote, which became a catchphrase to mock him. After the disastrous match, Jordy tried to bribe Syndicate, where they each split the money for a rematch if Syndicate threw the match. Syndicate became disgusted by this and blocked Jordy and published the screenshots of their conversation, further worsening Jordy's public image. Though they were both playing under the same set of rules, Jordy still holds a grudge about this match this day, and claiming he would have won had Woody's gamertag set the match settings properly. 10-minute game match, time limit, and radar always on. He stated having a time limit and the radar on keeps people from camping, despite the fact that in the footage, Syndicate cannot be seen camping, and was in fact seen traversing the map looking for Jordy. Not to mention Jordy is notorious for and takes pride in his camping playstyle. Suicide drama. In 2012, Jordy complained on Twitter about his dwindling view count and declared how he was on the verge of killing himself. YouTuber White Boy accused Jordy of faking his suicidal tendencies for views, and the YouTuber Deranker contended Jordy had never worked a real job. El Presidor then joined the fray, to which, quote, "If I kill myself, I'm taking you with me," El Presidor, quote. Things spiraled out of control. Keemstar heard about this, and him and Only Use Me Blade did a Bad Kid podcast live stream and invited everyone to the stream, with Woody's gamertag joining in as well. During the live stream, Wings smashed his microphone when White Boy insisted Wings was faking the suicide just for views. El Presidor threatened to turn Wings into the FBI for threatening his life. Boot camp, survival trip, and fallout. In 2013, FPS Kyle arranged a month-long boot camp program for Jordy to help him lose weight, where Jordy was offered to stay at Kyle's house. Together, they filmed the videos of Jordy's weight loss progress. Jordy attempted to leave less than a week into the program, but Kyle was able to convince him to stay. Kyle, Paintball Kitty, Kyle's housemate, and Jeremy, Kyle's friend, helped Wings lose about 40 pounds through helping him exercise and cooking all of his meals. Despite all of this, Jordy gained all the way back as soon as he got home after the boot camp ended. This would have been a great turning point in Jordy's life, but despite Kyle even rebuilding his shower so Jordy could fit in it, when asked about this period, Jordy is very callous and ungrateful, claiming Kyle and Kitty didn't do anything for him despite all the affirmative favors they did. Later the same year, FPS Kyle and Woody's gamertag had an idea for a survival trip that would go on together with Jordy, where they would go to a secluded part of the wilderness with only the most necessary supplies and see how long they could last. Initially, Wings said he was built for this, even going as far as call his co-host Lefty a, quote, pussy, quote, because he said he didn't want to go. Wings made a few videos on his channel of him attempting to display survival skills. On the day of the trip in 2014, Kyle drove 3 hours to the location of the woods and called up Jordy to ask him if he's on his way. However, Jordy backed out at the last minute and attempted that he wasn't actually showing up after all. Finally, fed up with Jordy, he was kicked off of Painkiller Already podcast permanently. Decline and migration to Twitch. After being booted from PKA, Jordy would desperately attempt to find success on YouTube by himself, trying anything to recapture his old flame, making videos on any possible topic that he could. He went even as far as to make a commentary video on Chris Chan in 2014 after Chris pepper sprayed a GameStop employee. But Jordy was still unable to find any success at all by himself. He even tried to start up another podcast co-hosting with White Boy, Eddie the Chump, and Jive Turkey 600. Due to Eddie focusing more on fruitful projects like his film career and an Overwatch channel, and the other host's lack of professionalism and Wings missing shows out of laziness. White Boy missing shows due to being drunk or high, and the host having terrible communication with each other, the show ended after 89 episodes. Jordy eventually decided to focus more on Twitch streaming as it required less work, stating that he could just stream and not have to worry about editing. While this migration did result in more profitable, faster way to make money, it quickly began revealing itself to also be a curse among the blessings. With this inability to edit the content he was putting out, the facade he built as the god-tier Call of Duty player and gaming prodigy came crashing down as people were able to see his real life gaming skill. In a one-on-one matchup with one of his viewers in the Call of Duty Black Ops 3, he became so angry to the point that he hoped his competitor's family died in an automotive wreck, and called him a human piece of shit. He also said that this again on another viewer, proclaiming that, quote, "I hope your parents fucking die and you live the rest of your life without them," quote. All these incidents led to the viewers actively trolling him, with more trolls popping up as the months progressed. Stream sniper incident and the start of mass trolling. It has all reached a boiling point in 2017 when he had a mental breakdown on stream. During a session of Call of Duty World War II, a troll began stream sniping him by joining his game, berating him on the mic, shooting at him, and throwing smoke grenades, which prevented him from properly winning the game. He tried appearing offline and leaving the game, but to no avail. His viewers tried to give him advice on how to stop the trolling, but Jordy became fed up with the advice and screamed, quote, "Look here! Look, listen!" quote. The troll persisted throughout the stream, and Jordy had finally had enough. He threw his controller across the room, put his face against the wall, and then punched a hole in it. He then broke down and started crying, saying that he really wanted the surgery, but he might not be able to get it, and screamed that he can't take it anymore. After this disastrous stream, a YouTuber user by the name of Sean Ranklin uploaded the clip to YouTube, where it went viral, sparking the full-scale trolling to begin. Many highlight channels began to appear, screen capping Jordy's aggression and breakdowns. The trolling worsened, and more trolling channels began popping up on YouTube, destroying Jordy's hope for returning to YouTube. He decided to go on a Discord call with the troll channels to possibly settling things with them, but it devolved into a disaster. And Jordy threatened one of the trolls by saying that he'll, quote, "shoot your bitch ass in the kneecap, incapacitate you, and then I'd beat you with a fucking pistol grip till the teeth fell out of your head," quote. Another YouTuber, Liquid Richard, whose name is based on the joke where people believe Jordy's name is Richard, began using Jordy's Twitch voice clips to make rap music and albums. Those are hilarious. I will link that in the description. The lyrics often contain many popular, embarrassing, controversial statements, catchphrases, and moments from Jordy's Twitch streams, such as, quote, "look here, look, listen," quote, "real talk," quote, "beat you with a pistol grip," quote, as well as using sound effects of him throwing controllers and his chair squeaking. The lyrics often reference his love of Pepsi and Wendy's chili. Overwhelmed by the level of trolling he received, he began taking Lexapro to help him calm down and not break down anymore. The prescription did help stop raging as much, but at the cost of numbing his reactions to anything, effectively zombifying him and making him sexually impotent. Eventually, after popping the pills for about a year, the mood effects started to wear off and the rage slowly started breaking through again. The weight loss surgery. Jordy planned to get a gastric sleeve surgery to help him reduce his current weight of 450 pounds and hopefully push him into the direction of losing the weight altogether. He finally got the surgery in June 25th, 2018 in Mexico, where he claimed to have lost over 100 pounds but refused to get on a scale to show proof. With his reputation of evading the truth, it is unknown how much he actually lost. Drama and skepticism still persisted where viewers believed he lied about getting the surgery at all, prompting Jordy to show pictures of him sitting on the hospital bed in Mexico to prove he got it. The whole surgery plan was shrouded in controversy as during the fundraising for the surgery he claimed he was trying to raise enough to have the choice to have it done in Mexico or America, but seemingly was leaning more towards doing it in America. By the time he gotten the surgery done, it was revealed that he had done it in Mexico, which sparked controversy as many believed he got the surgery done in Mexico as it costed less than a third less than getting it done in America, and saw it as him trying to pocket the money. One of this viewers even claimed that he reported him to the local ABC official affiliate for scamming, and he was even swatted. The surgery drama further worsened when Jordy bought a 2014 V6 Mustang with some of his donation money. His actions after the surgery did not help to quell suspicion of his misdeeds, as he started spending wildly on toys, gadgets, and even new cars. Post-surgery. Jordy's troll community still persists very strongly to this day, with no visible end in sight. Many claim that the surgery did nothing to help him, and show pictures of before and after that shows he regained similarly all of the weight back, if not more. In 2020, Jordy got married, and almost instantly people began to accuse him of being neglectful to his wife and supposedly abusive. His wife also was on the receiving end of criticism when rumors were spread that she was flirting with Jordy's Twitch moderators. That same year, his face was sent by trolls to various news outlets, and he was broadcast as one of the victims in the Beirut explosion. I'm not going to go through the name because it's racist, but they actually trolled CNN, and CNN thought it was a real person, thought Jordy was a real person that was killed in Afghanistan by the Taliban, which is pretty funny. In 2021, Sean Ranklin uploaded a video where Jordy's wife was anxious and wanted to talk to him about her anxiety over a possibly bad medical test result. Jordy repeatedly told her that he's streaming, that he didn't want to be bothered. She later left the room and began crying loud enough for the stream viewers to hear. Jordy ignored her and simply responded, quote, whatever, quote. This stream led to more backlash and trolling. Jordy privated all his YouTube videos on July 8, 2020, according to Jordy himself, and he did this because of trolls using the footage for more troll content and troll videos. He previously explained that doing YouTube would be fruitless at this point. However, on July 26, 2021, Jordy made a tweet saying that his Twitch partnership was revoked for Exhibit D of the content guidelines due to the trolls mass reporting him. Because he couldn't profit from the Twitch anymore, he returned to streaming on YouTube, as well as unprivating most of his videos, though he hasn't uploaded a new video yet, only doing live streams so far. During the same month, a picture of his penis from around 2013 was leaked on the internet, leading to trolls mocking him on stream. In the stream, he bragged about his penis size, comparing it to a water bottle, even asking his wife to tell the trolls that his penis is as big as that large water bottle. His wife did not defend him. The Panko already broadcast responded to this incident, with FPS Kyle giving Jordy's wife harsh criticism and calling her a bad wife for not defending Jordy. Sometime beginning in late August of 2021, a troll on TikTok began to impersonate Jordy, using his name, face, and using official links to his profiles in his bio. This user would then go and harass other users, mainly female, as well as making sexist and pedophilic comments towards them. A woman on Twitter who was unaware of Jordy was, or the trolling, shared screen caps of the harassment. This resulted in police showing up to Jordy's house at 3 a.m., showing the screen caps of the comments by the trolls. An argument between Jordy and the officer ensued, and the officer calling Jordy a liar straight to his face. They almost arrested him and took him to jail before he finally managed to convince them of the truth. After these events, more and more people outside the YouTube community started learning about Jordy, accusing him of being a pedophile. They began sharing clips of him in 2011 where he said it's okay for a 16-year-old and a 40-year-old to have sex because, quote, a 16-year-old can make her own damn decisions, quote. As well as he said, quote, I'd cut child pornography off at around 12, quote. As well as a clip from 2018 where Jordy flirted with two underage girls age 16 and 17 in the session of Rainbow Six Siege. More and more videos accused Georgie of pedophilia began popping up, leading him to break down and cry on stream once again. On September 27, 2021, Jordy, fed up with the recent events and trolling, harassed and slandered a troll channel by the name of Xboto01. Both Xboto01 and Jordy Jordan exchanged verbal blows in separate live streams. Jordy later deleted his live stream to avoid the channel getting reported for a violation of YouTube's terms of service. At 6:41 on December 3rd, 2021, Jordy's PlayStation Network account was hacked by a troll going by Sparky, who messaged another PSN user with Jordy's account with racist statements, resulting in the account being temporarily suspended. Jordy would attempt to contact Sony to recover his account to no avail. Jordy would later even enter a voice chat in the Banned World server to chat with Sparky and Xboto01. After the decision, Banned World through Wings007 disavowed Sparky's actions, leading to Sparky doxing Xboto, who would subsequently deleted Banned World server, as well as his own social media. Jordy would continue streaming a bit through his PC rather than his PlayStation 5. Harassment and allegations. In February 2022, an old friend of Jordy named Aaron was invited on Discord call with trolls claiming Jordy bullied him, such as playing World of Warcraft where Jordy would be unfair with playing with him. There were also allegations of Jordy raping his own sister, which got him kicked out of the house. Many people were confused about the situation, accusing Jordy of pedophilia and harassment. However, Aaron would make a video apologizing to Jordy and his family, saying that the allegations were false. Eventually, it came onto Jordy's stream to debunk all of his claims on the call. Jordy and Aaron said that the trolls on Discord took things out of context and spliced together audio. Aaron also said he didn't feel comfortable in the call and didn't give permission to be recorded. Lasagna video. In March of 2022, Jordy mentioned on stream that it is more economical to eat fast food than it is to cook at home. Following this, he gave an example that a lasagna would cost $30 to make. Quickly, his viewers pointed out that lasagna should not cost that much. Jordy disagreed. He then said that he would make a video of him making a lasagna that cost $30 or more. On March 26, 2022, Jordy tweeted a copy of a receipt from Walmart showing a total of $39.44 spent. Over the course of the next week, viewers began to ask Jordy for the status of the lasagna video that he had promised that his viewers had donated to. At one point, several days after the posting the receipt, he began to ban any person in his chat asking about the lasagna video. And then later on that same week, announced he was no longer making a lasagna video, despite accepting donations towards it in his stream. Alright, so that was the entire article off of Wikitubia. I will link that in the description as well. From my opinion about this guy, I've seen his streams, I've seen his videos. You know, he's a liar. He lies about everything. He also said that he went to Korea and that he won a tournament in Korea, which never happened. I think he's a piece of crap. He's a liar. He's delusional. You know, people tried to help him. He got the weight loss, and then he just gained all the weight back. You know, I would never personally donate to this guy just because he's not going to use the money to better himself. So, that was the video. This is the Lol Wrangler. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.